Fambulen wanakusha in Kabo. Anti-Corruption Commission, they be organize a press conference today where they don't conclude already. There is a lot of issue we then raise around the SLFA management. One of the thing where I found out where I dey watch the video now, system and processes. People wey dey in authority na saloon, most of dem no dey follow system and processes. Okay, maybe dem go give you dis money also for the job wey suppose for do. Maybe you use the money the right way, but we say always problem dey come system and processes. And anytime wey system and processes no dey, e dey lead to problem wey auditor come audit wetin you do all with the money there. If you no able present to am how you use the money there, wetin the auditor go end up for say? Sometimes the auditor dey give dem small time say, okay, if the document dey no dey with you, make sure gather the document and send am to we so that we go look at am. Which side we go raise question, we go call you to attention. Some of them no fit do am. So wey auditor already for put out in statement because you no able give am the correct information, na cash loss. Na that na im dey happen. The management na saloon. Most of the institution, the ministry, the MDAs, everywhere na saloon. A lot of people that wey dey in charge of the institution they no dey follow system and processes. And which side system and processes people they no dey follow, it dey always dey lead to corruption, it dey lead to problem. So the SLFA management, the lack of system and processes wey it lead to the investigation. Well, there is a lot of question wey raise concern about Aisha then former Aisha, their own investigation will be happy later, they free them. Journalists they ask question all about that. But I dey give you opportunity for let you watch this video to the end, listen to Commissioner. You know the problem na Saloni Boku. I know say people like you always dey blame am, but the issue are many. Any country where people then wey dey na position then they no dey follow system and processes, e go very difficult for reach the goal wey people like you want. But like give you the opportunity like watch and see for yourself, and so that we all could discuss. Let me know in the comment section wetin na your own view of this particular issue. Thank you.
Just to give you a brief background, for several months now we have been receiving reports of improprieties in SLFA. We have previously done since I became commissioner in 2018, at least 3 investigations into SLFA affairs. And we have been making recommendations. Before I was commissioner, we are aware that Aisha Johansson, Chris Kamara, and Mazola were all charged, and later they were freed by the High Court. But then other issues came up which we investigated and we made recommendations. One of the recommendations which we made to the government, which has still not been implemented, was that the SLFA be giving their own money instead of channeling it through the NSA. Let the NSA give them their money. They use it and account for it as SLFA. But that has not been done, and a lot of money still goes through the National Sports, the NSA, the National Sports Authority. But we have made several recommendations to make sure that the SLFA improves and works better over the years. We have had engagements with all the stakeholders in sport multiple times. I have personally sat with them. We have tried to do a lot of prevention work because we are aware that this country loves football. And the most important part of it is that we had a president who came. There were a lot of things happening in Sierra Leone. There was hunger, famine, there were people, housing crisis, there are issues of roads, petroleum, a lot of things that the president could have prioritized. But President Julius Maada Bio prioritized football. Sports generally, but particularly football. And every indication shows that he has prioritized it, not just in words, but made sure that they receive resources to do their work. And that is how the Premier League was relaunched. We even now have a female Premier League also. And Sierra Leone has been growing, and the government spends on average $1 million per game. That's huge expenditure. So It is this reason why when we started receiving reports again that things are happening in a way that are improper in the SLFA, we became interested over 6 months ago. And the investigation has been going. So if anybody thinks that we are only getting involved with this now, that is not true. The ACC has been looking into this for a while now. It is not because Congress is one day away that we are getting involved. Thomas Daddy Brimer, the finance person, the acting secretary have been under investigation for at least 5 months now. They have been coming to the commission and making statements. They have been providing us with documentation. They have been supporting the investigation generally. So this is not a Congress affair. This is purely something that we have been working on for months and months, but we are now at a point where we have sufficient information and we thought it is now right for us to carry out arrests and detention, and also for us to inform the public about what really has been happening in SLFA, some of which will shock you. And I'm about to read from the report we now have. Let's start with the most controversial pre-financing and reimbursement scheme. Now, I don't know whether this has been happening in SLFA before, but all indication shows that under the leadership of Thomas Daddy Brimer, this pre-financing and reimbursement scheme was taken to a whole new level. Several funds were made to Thomas Daddy Brimer from 2021 to 2025. It is claimed by the finance officer that these funds are in respect of pre-financing done by the president for various SLFA activities. No proper explanation or documentation have been submitted by any SLFA official to us.